The name New Age Outlaw for Billy Gunn was cleared by TNA Legal, so they at least feel it's okay to use. Given they stopped, I'd imagine something changed here.
They found a better name, obviously. The Outlaw.
There is no note about like why it changed from the New Age Outlaw to the Outlaw, because Dave says here apparently WWE has no trademark on the name, and I'd imagine that turned out not to be true, because I'd have a hard time imagining WWE didn't have a trademark for one of their top attitude
for like an act that was pretty popular at its time.
For what it was a borderline headline act. I would.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily, but maybe. Who knows?
Apparently there was a car racing team that had it but abandoned the use of it. But either way, he went from being called the New Age Outlaw to just the Outlaw in a way that was ham-fistedly edited out of video packages, which tells me something changed here.
Yeah, another L for the TNA legal team.
Another L for the TNA editing team, because they did,
oh my god,
they did not smoothly take the phrase New Age out of that video package.
Like, there was like one more frame of it and they would have been fine.
Yeah, because the reason we've been calling him the Joutlaw is because in a video package that were running down the card, they were like, the New Age Outlaw will face Kevin Nash in a taped fist first blood match. And then when they aired that video later in the month after they changed the name from the New Age Outlaw to just the Outlaw, they very, very ham-fistedly took it like a scissors to that tape to cut out the words New Age, but left a little bit of the j from New Age in. So it's the Joutlaw will face Kevin Nash.
A lot of people call me the Joutlaw.
The last Joutlaw.
Yeah, I've been thinking about how Jarrett just took the last Joutlaw name.
From his old pal, Billy Gunn.
I wonder if Billy's confronted him backstage at AEW.
He should have. They should feud. They should have a match on AEW television, mostly so I can send tweets about them teaming and how it's a callback.
I had a good one this month.
I didn't even think about that one. Yeah, you recognized that the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match was quite similar to the Dark Carnival match from NWA-TNA with the ICP.
Imagine, like, you have all the money in the world.
Yes.
An infinite amount of resources. You want to do, like, a cool neon light up match. And then you, like, half-ass it in that way.
Yep.
Like, go all out. Make it a fucking mess of color.
It should be fucking Splatoon.
It should be Cyberpunk Pro Wrestling is what it should be. But alas, we just got like a weird lightsaber and some Orbeez.
It's like they just sent Jeff Hardy out there for 20 minutes and he got his neon paint and like, there you go, job done.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Some alternate names that were suggested for the Joutlaw.
Ooh, fun.
Mr. Ace.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's nice of Billy to represent the Ace community.
Yeah, Mr. Ace. Or Ace Derringer.
Ace Derringer is some FCW shit right there.
Can you imagine him showing up to be called Ace Derringer?
By God, that's Ace Derringer.
Mr. Ace amuses me. Obviously, wordplay on Mr.
What's
Ace.
Mr. Ace doing in the Impact Zone?
What is Mr. Ace doing in the Impact Zone? It's a good question. He will eventually become Kip James.
Which I love the name Kip James. I don't know why. It tickles a part of my brain. This show, TNA Impact, is getting a little WWE mid-cardy.
Yeah, you have a lot of people hanging about, don't you?
And which obviously is kind of one of the bigger historical problems with the promotion.
And if I'm honest, like, this is the month where, like, Dustin's become an unwelcome presence for me at this stage.
Yeah, like, if you took Dustin out and you put Ace Derringer in, like, as a 1-for-1, I think that's fine. But it's a little too many of the same kind of caliber talent.
Too many Nashes and Joutlaws and DDPs and BG Jameses.
But I can understand a Nash. He's a star. DDP has cachet. My problem is, like, you know, as we saw in the 2010 series, which we did first.
We invented covering 2010 wrestling.
We invented covering 2010 TNA. Where they, like, had Orlando Jordan and, like, fucking nasty. It's a little too much like that now.
Yeah.
Where guys who don't necessarily bring a lot of value being put on the show because they were in a different company. Because we've always said, you can't begrudge a company for bringing in a Kurt Angle or a Christian Cage. I can begrudge you for bringing in a Dustin Rhodes at this point.
Yeah, but like Billy Gunn's teetering on the edge. Billy Gunn's a guy that could have...
And a Road Dogg.
Yeah, Billy's a guy that could have gone either way, where it's like, maybe there is a TNA redemption arc there for Billy Gunn in the same way there was for like Matt Hardy to become Broken Matt Hardy or Sting to become Joker Sting.
That's the Sting value?
Yeah, of course. But like the idea, my point is reinvention. There is an opportunity for reinvention, and Steve Macklin, the phenomenal example of people didn't even know he was good. People didn't even know he's a good professional wrestler, and everyone was like, wait a minute. So like there is like that potential avenue. Like Billy Gunn's a guy who was big, he was pretty good. He did get a singles push that was derailed for multiple reasons in WWE that didn't work out. So like maybe he could have been good, but it's very clear very quickly that he's not particularly good.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I same thing with Dustin. I can understand doing it and giving it a shot, but, like, you have to cut bait eventually.
Yeah, and take the Son of the Booker thing out. Like, Dustin's a great wrestler.
Had the first great match in AEW history.
Unfortunately, for whatever reason, Dustin Rhodes in the year 2005, nothing going on.
For whatever reason.